Do I really need a degree right now, or do I just need to work my butt off?
I dropped out at the age of 18 and for the last 10 years I've been running my own businesses.
As thousands of WA students sit down to their WACE exams over coming weeks, many will feel their career opportunities will rise and fall on the results. But is a uni degree the only recipe for success?
My advice to high school graduates is give it your all, right? But don't buy into the cultural paradigm that you need to go to university.
Jack Delosa is a self-confessed uni dropout, but these days you'll also find him on the BRW Young Rich list and heading an entrepreneurial training organisation called the Entourage.
For those that don't get the marks they want this November, finishing up at high school, don't stress. It is not the end of the world. In fact, most of the most successful individuals across any field often haven't actually been to university, so it's no longer the only path.
For students aiming for careers in fields like medicine, engineering and law, university is clearly the only way to get there. But according to Jack Delosa, in fields like business, he believes university courses can be a waste of time.
You're starting to see some of the most prestigious and traditional institutions in the world change their recruitment policy around whether job candidates do need a university degree or whether they do need good grades or not, because it's becoming less relevant by virtue of what's being taught and what's not being taught.
Accounting firm Ernst & Young in the UK is leading that thinking by dropping the need for prospective employees to have a degree.
The Ernst & Young move is quite substantial because they're a large, traditional, very well-respected institution. They're an accounting firm, right? And they've removed their degree classification from job applicants. PwC have done the same thing because they've done research which indicates success in higher education does not correlate with success in one's career.
I was doing a business degree, so business is a pretty broad subject, and I found that it wasn't really applicable to the finance sector per se in the manner that I was in.
Perth businessman Conrad also dropped out of uni, deciding instead to get a job.
Lasted a year full time. The attraction of working in a financial institution got the better of me, and I tried to do both, but ended up just dropping out of university probably within about a year and a half.
Conrad questions the value of some degree courses. He believes on-the-job experience is more valuable, even if it involves making mistakes along the way.
All of these things weren't taught to me through a university degree. I've learnt more from my connections. I buy time with people. I invest in the people around me and make sure I have great conversations and real brutal ones at times.
None of the Perth universities or national university bodies we contacted would be interviewed about the relevance of degree courses. But Universities Australia did say that graduate satisfaction is sitting at around 94%.
It is now one path, and if you walk it, complement it with something else. If you don't walk it, you'll be fine. You'll probably still do your apprenticeship. It'll just be a self-driven and self-initiated apprenticeship out in the real world.
Based on my experience and what I'd encourage anybody to do is take some time to find out what you're really passionate about.